Hafez al-Assad, the architect of modern Syria. Hafez al-Assad, a name that has left an indelible mark on the Middle East, was a leader whose life intertwined with Syria's modern history. From a humble village in the mountains to the heights of political power, his journey shaped the destiny of a nation. But who was Hafez al-Assad, and how did he come to rule Syria for nearly 3 decades? Hafez al-Assad was born on October 6, 1930, in the small village of Kandahar, nestled in the Alawite mountains of western Syria. He was the 9th of 10 children in a modest Alawite family. The Alawites, a religious minority in Syria, were historically marginalized, making his rise to power all the more remarkable. Hafez was a diligent and ambitious student. Recognizing the power of education as a tool for empowerment, he excelled in his studies, earning a scholarship to the prestigious National College in Latakia. It was here that Hafez's political consciousness began to take shape. In 1951, at just 21 years old, Hafez al-Assad joined the Syrian Air Force Academy. The academy offered a path to upward mobility, particularly for individuals from marginalized communities. It was during this time that he became involved with the Ba'ath Party, a political movement advocating Arab unity, socialism, and anti-imperialism. Hafez rose through the military ranks, becoming a skilled pilot and a loyal member of the Ba'ath Party. The 1963 Ba'athist coup marked a turning point in his career, bringing the party to power and opening the door for Hafez to ascend to positions of greater influence. The 1960s were a turbulent decade for Syria. Internal power struggles and coups defined the political landscape. Amid this chaos, Hafez al-Assad steadily consolidated his position. In 1966, he became the Minister of Defense, a role that placed him at the center of Syria's political and military decisions. The turning point came in 1970, in what is now known as the Corrective Movement. Following a dispute with his rivals in the Ba'ath Party, Hafez launched a bloodless coup. By November, he had secured his position as the undisputed leader of Syria. Hafez al-Assad had officially risen to power. Hafez's leadership was marked by centralization of power. He established a strong presidency with the military and intelligence services as the pillars of his rule. To maintain control, he carefully balanced Syria's diverse ethnic and religious groups, including the Sunni majority, Alawites, Druze, Christians, and Kurds. One of his most significant achievements was drafting the 1973 constitution, which solidified the Ba'ath Party's role in Syrian politics. However, his rule also faced challenges, including a 1982 uprising by the Muslim Brotherhood, which was brutally suppressed, leaving thousands dead in the city of Hama. On the international stage, Hafez al-Assad positioned Syria as a key player in Middle Eastern politics. He advocated for Arab unity and resistance to Israeli occupation, particularly after Syria's defeat in the 1967 Six-Day War, which resulted in the loss of the Golan Heights. Under his leadership, Syria played a major role in the 1973 Yom Kippur War. Though the war ended without reclaiming the Golan Heights, Assad's ability to coordinate with Egypt and confront Israel bolstered his reputation as a staunch defender of Arab interests. Domestically, Hafez al-Assad prioritized infrastructure development, education, and healthcare. He modernized Syria's economy, though it remained tightly controlled by the state. While many Syrians benefited from these policies, critics argue that his authoritarian rule stifled political freedoms and dissent. Hafez al-Assad's legacy is deeply polarizing. To his supporters, he was a visionary leader who stabilized Syria and upheld its sovereignty in a volatile region. To his detractors, he was an autocrat who ruled with an iron fist, suppressing opposition and curbing freedoms. In the late 1990s, Hafez's health began to decline. His eldest son, Basil, who had been groomed as his successor, tragically died in a car accident in 1994. This shifted the succession plans to Hafez's younger son, Bashar al-Assad, a London-trained ophthalmologist. On June 10, 2000, Hafez al-Assad passed away at the age of 69. His death marked the end of an era, but his legacy lived on through his son, Bashar, who assumed the presidency later that year. Hafez al-Assad remains a towering figure in the history of Syria and the broader Middle East. His life, marked by ambition, conflict, and complexity, continues to shape the region's political landscape. Love him or loathe him, Hafez al-Assad's story is one of a man who rose from humble beginnings to become a pivotal force in his nation's history.